Thank you so much for coming to our play called Fossil Soup. We hope you enjoy it. The scene is a village in the winter time long ago. The problem is a family is traveling home from the winter and has been on the road a while. They are tired and want a good night's sleep and some food to fill their empty bellies. The town they come to does not like strangers, especially poor ones.
Many years ago, there was a large family who had been traveling for many days. They arrived at a small village. They were tired and hungry and had not seen a village for quite a while.
They had gone far away to get work for the summer and were on their way home now that the winter had come.
When they got near the village, they were happy and all they could think about was eating and resting from their long walk.
We're so hungry and tired. Will we get to stop and eat here, please?
My dear children, people are usually kind, and I'm sure that people will share their food with us once we tell them how far we have walked and how hungry and tired you are.
I know how they feel. I'm excited now that we're at this village, but I have to admit too, I'm hungry. If I don't get anything to eat soon, I'll be so skinny I won't even see my shadow anymore. Now the people of the village were afraid of strangers and disliked them even more if they were poor. When they heard that there were travelers coming up down the road, they talked among themselves.
Here comes a group of travelers.
I hate strangers. People like that are always hungry. Why should we share what we have worked so hard to get?
But we have so little for ourselves.
I won't share. I'm hiding mine. If they know we have anything, they'll probably take it away. So the people of the village decided to hide their food and not share with the strangers. They hid potatoes in root cellars, carrots in hope chests and barrels, wrapped pieces of meat in fabric and hid it under their beds, and even put buckets of milk down the wells.
They had all they had to eat. Then they waited. When the family got into the town, they went up to the first house they came to, and Father knocked at the door.
Who is it?
Hello, ma'am. We are a large family on our way home. Would you be willing to share some of your food with us, kind woman?
Food? No, I can't. The harvest year was terrible, and I had nothing to share with you. Thank you anyway. Mother knocked at the next door. Good afternoon.
What do you want?
Pardon us, sir, but we are a large family from a far country, and we are traveling home. We have walked a long distance in order to work for the summer, and we are very hungry and like something to eat.
Could you spare some food and maybe a space where we could sleep for the night?
I'm sorry, we just don't have anything to share, and all our space is full. You are strangers to me, and I won't give you anything.
Grandma also tried knocking on some doors, but at each house the response was the same. No one had enough food or a place for the family to stay.
Sorry, we don't have enough food to spare, and my family is hungry too.
The villagers always had a good reason, like they were out of food or had to save that what they could in order to feed sick children, or they had already given food to someone.
Sorry, we don't have enough food to spare, and my family is hungry too.
The traveling family stood in the street and sighed in frustration. The kids looked as hungry as the parents felt. I never seen a town of people as selfish as these. They certainly don't like to share with others.
Oh, what are we going to do? We're so hungry!
Well, I think we need to teach this village a lesson in sharing.
We could introduce stone soup.
story you told me when I was a girl.
That's a great idea, Grandma, but that story is, well, don't take offense, but your story is old.
Well, I never.
It's still a good idea, but I think we might need to twist it up a little bit.
What do you mean, twist it up?
So Father told him of his plan, and as he did so, some of the villagers were watching them through their windows and hoping that they would soon leave the village.
What do you think they're waiting for? They should just leave. How crazy can they be?
Yeah, we don't want strangers in our town, especially poor ones.
Dirty beggars.
Good people, we are a large family traveling through your land. We have asked you for food, but it appears you do not have any. We have decided to share with you. We will make just for you our famous
Fossil soup!
In order to make it, all we need from you is a large pot and wood for a fire. That's it! One of the women who'd been watching them had a large pot and that she decided to loan them. It was the one she used once or twice a month for washing clothes, and it was quite large. It was clean and dry. One of the men who'd been watching them decided he wanted to see how they managed to take something from nothing. So he brought them some wood for the fire and stood beside the woman to watch and wait.
What do you think they'll do?
They'll try to trick us, of course. Keep an eye out for a stone.
A stone was stone to do soup.
Thank you for the pot and wood. That is all we needed. Now we will make the soup. I will add the most important ingredients.
Let me guess. It's a stone.
No, it is not a stone. It's a fossil. I wear this special fossil around my neck for safekeeping. See? Here it is.
But Dad, that's a...
Yes, I know. It's one of our treasured family heirlooms. But the best part about being a fossil is that using it in a soup does not wear it out. Now we need some water. If the water can stay around the fossil longer, it will make the soup even tastier.
I've got an idea that will help with that. Kids, go unwrap the fossil inside of a snowball, the biggest one you can make. Careful with it. What's a fossil? Probably a rock. No, a fossil is the preserved remains a organism, plant, and other organisms from the past. We may be from the past, but we are not fossils. We are as nice as preserved. A fossil? That kind of makes sense. I put up preserves for the winter. Surely a plant or animal that is preserved as a fossil would have some of its flavor preserved too.
Soon the kids came back holding a large snowball. It looked as if they were going to make a giant snowman. The mother, father, grandma, and the kids threw into the pot. It began to sizzle and hiss.
This soup is gonna be good.
The people from the town who had been watching them came out from their houses and came closer to the fire to watch.
Make way for me, young man. What does the soup taste like, and what do you call it again?
Fossil soup, and it's the most delicious soup my husband makes.
Fossil soup? I've never heard of that kind of soup, and I eat a lot of different kinds of soups.
You've never tasted fossil soup? Oh, then you must join us so you can taste it. Family, today we have a special guest for dinner. We need to make sure we have enough soup. So children, please throw more snowballs in.
Oh my goodness, how silly of me. Young man, do you have a spoon? We needed to stir the soup.
Yes, I do. Let me go get it.
You are such a generous young man. Next, a young woman came nearer to see what was happening. What are you making?
We're making fossil soup.
It is that snow that your kids are putting in clean.
Yes, ma'am, that is. Doesn't the soup smell good?
I don't smell anything, but I am very hungry.
Please, get your plate and have some soup with us. There's always enough to share. I've invited everyone.
The man came back with the spoon and also brought his plate. Mother tasted the soup and said,
I'm back, people. That is delicious. It only needs an onion. We have an onion at home. We'll go get it. We'll be back in a minute, or maybe an hour. Very good. The soup will taste better that way. Please remember to bring your plates and have dinner with us.
The old woman left and soon came back with some onions. After a while, Grandma tasted the soup.
You're right, dear. That is very tasty, but it still needs something. What can it be? I know. I think we need some carrots.
Some old men in the crowd were watching and said,
We've got some carrots. Hang on a minute and we'll go and get them.
the old man came with the carrots and also brought a bit of celery. They thought that might make Grandma smile. She winked at the old man, took the carrots, cut them up, put them in the pot, and tasted the soup again.
It's indeed a good soup.
Delicious. It would have been a great soup if we had some potatoes to put in it.
Some of the old women in the crowd did not want to be outdone by the old man, so they said,
We have some potatoes. We'll be back in a minute. Or an hour.
When the old woman came back, Father took the potatoes, and as Mother and Grandma cut them up, put them into the soup, he kissed the hands of the old women, thanked them sweetly, then the old women giggled.
No, wait, that's too many potatoes. The soup won't be as tasty as it should be now.
Man, you always make more things difficult than there really are. The soup will still be good, but if you want to try to fix it, we will need some meat.
another man in the crowd said,
I have some meat at home. I just finished my hunting trip. I'll go and get it.
The men brought the meat. Mother and Grandma cut it up and Then Father put it inside the pot. While the soup was cooking, some of the people from the village asked the traveling family if fossil soup was easy to make.
Is the soup easy to make?
It depends. You must have a fossil. That's the most important ingredient. You must also be hungry. It helps the flavor.
Well, there's no doubt. I'm hungry. I'm ready to try your soup. Where do you get a fossil?
If you look carefully, you can just find some sitting on the ground. A lot more are found inside the ground, and you must dig for them.
So let me get this straight. You unearth the fossils like paleontologists do?
Mm-hmm.
Then you need water, snowballs are the best, a pot, a fire, and a spoon.
Then you have the best soup in the world.
After a while, everyone could smell the delicious soup bubbling away, and their stomachs began to growl.
Why, Father, I believe I can honestly say that this smells like the best soup your fossils has ever made.
I thank you, Grandma.
The flavor would be a bit better, though, with a little salt.
That's easy to solve. You can have some of mine. I'll go get it.
Everyone gathered around with their plates, and the old woman brought her salt.
I brought a little pepper and some other spices too.
Grandma stirred it all into the pot. Everyone ate together and all agreed it was a wonderful fossil soup. The family entertained all by talking about the things they had seen and done while traveling and about the places they had visited. There were seconds and thirds for many people, yet there was still enough left for the family to take with them for the next day.
When the ground thawed that spring, there was a rush of people hunting and digging for fossils of their very own. Some people did find them and soon made fossil soup for themselves.
We found one. We can make a huge pot of soup.
But all agreed that the soups they had made were never quite as good as the first one they had, and they wondered what made the soup taste much better. What had the fossil been that made the soup's flavor just a bit better? It remained a secret with the family that carried it. They talked about it sometime later.
Dad, you remember fossil soup? I can't believe you used that fossil. It was a...
Yes, kids, it was a copper light.
Dad, a coprolite, a fossilized dinosaur poo. Ew! Even the thought that would ruin my appetite. I'm glad I didn't know. I thought you used a different one.
It was the thought of it that made the meal so good for me.
That's funny, dear, because I thought of it made the soup taste that much better for me as well.
That proves it really is the thought that counts.
Fossil rocks! Yeah! Woo! You did. Fossil rocks are in the ground tonight. They've been down there for a really long time. They contain the history of life. They've been down there for a really long time. Fossil rocks are in the ground tonight. They've been down there for a really long time. They are literally on the ground. Take our chance
Each new layer stacking up. So old on bottom and new on top. So how old is fossil rock? So I break far down, so I break down and also this one so I got to know. It's from 35 billion years ago.
Yo, I got another full volcano with hot water snow. There goes life. Fossil rocks are in the ground tonight. They've been down there for a really long time. They're in the history of life. They've been down there for a really long time. Fossil rocks are in the ground tonight. They've been down there for a really long time. They are literally on the grind. Take pictures about it. Play that. Every day I'm shuffling. Brushing it. Brush it off! It's the story of life, story rocks. Stop! To the child light. Comes in its place. Breathing slow mo, slow time. Pushing nothing to the sky. Slow mo, slow time. Pushing nothing great to find. Slow mo, slow time. Pushing nothing great to find. Pushing nothing great to fly. That's the history of life. Slow mo, slow time. Slow mo, slow time. Slow mo, slow time. Slow mo, slow time. Race are drifting at your boy. Race are drifting at your boy. Race are drifting at your boy. Now boom, there's an asteroid.
Thank you so much for being an awesome audience. We hope you enjoyed our play about fossil soup.